Episode 4, The Search That Changes the Searcher. I've been watching something fascinating since episode 3 dropped. People arguing about texts they've clearly never read, dismissing wisdom they've never honestly tried, building cases against truths they're too afraid to test. It's like watching food critics review restaurants they refuse to enter. Leonard Cohen sang about the cracks being how the light gets in. But we spend so much energy proving there are no cracks, we never notice when the light actually shows up. Here's what nobody wants to admit. We've created a culture so addicted to being right that we'd rather win arguments than find answers. So we dissect ancient wisdom like it's a conspiracy theory instead of engaging with it like it might actually change our lives. The same people who spend years in therapy trying to understand their childhood trauma, recognizing that healing requires relationship, context, and time, expect spiritual texts to work like instruction manuals. I know someone who spent 6 months building an airtight case against the Bible. Every contradiction, every translation issue, every historical inconsistency, bulletproof argument for why it couldn't be trusted. And then his marriage collapsed, his career imploded. Everything he thought made him successful crumbled in 30 days. And sitting in his empty flat, desperate and broken, he picked up the same book he'd been demolishing, but this time, instead of looking for flaws, he was looking for hope. The words hadn't changed, but he had. Because here's what critics and defenders both miss. Ancient wisdom isn't Google. It's not meant to be fact-checked by people who have no intention of letting it change them. It's meant to be lived with, wrestled with, allowed to disturb every comfortable assumption you've built about reality. These texts are transformation manuals, not reference books. They're designed to put you on trial, not give you ammunition for putting others on trial. Most people approach spiritual texts like barristers building a case either for or against. But what if it's precisely backwards? What if the text is meant to be the judge and you are meant to be the defendant? So here's your choice. You can spend your life being intellectually superior about being why ancient wisdom doesn't work. Stay safe in your analysis. Never risk being changed. Or you can do what every authentic seeker has done throughout history. Stop trying to master the text and let the text master you. The search that changes everything is always the one that changes the searcher first. But that requires something our culture has forgotten how to do. Surrender your need to be right in exchange for the possibility of being transformed. The question isn't whether these ancient texts are perfect. The question is whether you're brave enough to let them perfect you. If you've made it this far through 3 episodes of questions that don't have easy answers, thank you. Not for agreeing with me, but for wrestling with ideas that matter. 20 people a day are watching episode 3, not because the algorithm has pushed it, not because it's trending, but because something in these conversations is reaching the part of you that's been asking these questions your whole life. These episodes are stirring something in you, whether it's anger, curiosity, or recognition. Don't let that feeling die in silence. Like this, share it, argue with it, but don't ignore it. Because next week, episode 5 is going to ask the question that terrifies everyone. What if the truth you can't handle is the only truth that can set you free? Subscribe if you're ready to keep going deeper, but only if you actually want your life to be changed, because that's exactly what's going to happen. See you and the space between answers.